Can you use an annuity to buy a rental property? That's today's video. Let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Clayton Morris. I'm the founder of Morris Invest, and I've rehabbed hundreds of houses. And you probably know the power of real estate. You've heard it, you've heard that your friends are doing it, but you're frustrated because you don't know how to take action, you don't know how to find properties, you don't know where to look. Well, that's what this channel is all about. It's our goal to help you overcome those fears and to take action and to become a real estate investor, just like I did and so many hundreds of others have. So that's what this channel is all about, and today we're going to talk about annuities. Now, I got this question on my Facebook page from one of our viewers and asked me this question: Clayton, can I use an annuity to buy rental properties? And this is a question that's very similar to one that I've posted about 401ks and borrowing from your 401k in order to buy rental properties. If you're curious about that, I've got a whole video on how to do that. Just click on the card right up here and you can watch that. The power of retirement vehicles in order to buy properties is fantastic. Again, I like to look at these types of vehicles, whether it's your 401k or an IRA that you have or an annuity, as your own money, right? It's your money that you've put into these retirement vehicles. You should be able to tap into them. So can you use an annuity to buy a rental property? The short answer is yes. I'll give you the longer answer in a moment, but I first think it's important that we define what an annuity is. We'll throw this up here on the screen. So an annuity are retirement investment vehicles created, managed, and maintained by life insurance companies. So money deposited into these types of accounts, they accumulate tax deferred until it's withdrawn. Several types of annuity contracts are available from countless different insurance carriers out there. I know that I had in the years past invested in certain life insurance policies that were set up like annuities, but often they have very high fees. And I think it was a whole life insurance policy. We later found out I was paying, I think, $15,000 a year. It's like almost $16,000 a year to have this particular annuity or life insurance vehicle for retirement. It was all buried in the fine print, and we had to get out of that thing. And you know why I got out of it? Because the penalty was worth less to me than was using that money to acquire rental properties. So that's what I want to talk about in today's video. Now, I don't know of an annuity or life insurance company that will let you borrow from your annuity to buy real estate, but I do know that you can take that money out of that annuity in order to buy real estate. Now, this particular viewer had written me this question. She has $50,000 to use, and she's got that in an annuity. Now, you can take that money out. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to touch it until you're 59 and a half, but under the IRS guidelines, you can take this money out at a 10% penalty. And in some cases, it may be even less than that, maybe 5%. Again, you need to check with your life insurance company before you take the money out. But in most situations, as even my tax accountant, Tom Wheelwright, one of the smartest real estate tax accountants in the world, has said, he said, look, very often these penalties are way lower than it would be worth you taking them in order to buy rental properties. Think about it. If you're going to pay a 10% penalty to get this money out, but you're going to be making 12% annualized ROI, a return on your rental property, so you take that tax hit in that first year of 10%, but you're making 12%, and then every year after that, you're making a 12% annual return? No brainer. There's no way you're getting that kind of a return by having it stay in that life insurance policy and trying to make interest that way. It's a no-brainer. So, for instance, we recently took the penalty on an IRA that we would have paid taxes on years later. We ended up cashing out that IRA, took the 10% tax penalty in this calendar year in order to buy rental properties. Again, the idea is that I want to have access to that money now, not when I'm 59 and a half. So if it's worth it to you to take that money out in order to buy that first rental property, that 10% penalty may scare you, but I'm telling you, when you purchase that rental property, that's also offsetting your taxes. Now, I've got a whole series of videos here on this channel that talk about the benefits of a tax, having rental properties, and then how to offset your taxes with those rental properties. So not only are you buying a rental property, it's offsetting your taxes, then you're also getting the benefit of the cash flow. So again, to my knowledge, you can't borrow from one of these retirement vehicles, one of these annuities, to buy real estate and then pay it back. You have to basically do a withdrawal, take the 10% penalty on your taxes, and then you're off scot-free. So it's not like you're paying that back into the annuity. But again, I would check with your life insurance policy provider, because I'm sure there are so many different vehicles out there right now, and there may be some that will let you withdraw it if you pay it back without a penalty. But take a look at this penalty issue, because I know it sounds scary to a lot of people, but when it comes down to straight math, folks. And if you find out that you're making 12% minimum return on a rental property and the tax penalty is 10%, but it's probably going to be offset by the purchase of real estate. So you won't even actually end up paying that 10% penalty, because the purchase of real estate will mitigate any other taxes you have to deal with. So once you start to understand that it comes down to simple math, as my wife likes to say, and you're trading one kind of interest for another, but one is way more valuable, then it becomes a no-brainer. So again, get all your ducks in a row, talk to your insurance provider, and find out what the deal is with your numbers if you do a withdrawal, and what you can expect to pay. If you've got a great rental property, to me, it'd be a no-brainer. I would be buying that rental property in a heartbeat. So can you use an annuity to buy rental property? The answer is yes. There's going to be a small penalty for it, but I think you'll be better off in the long run. That's my take. I'd love to hear your comments. You can post your comments in the thread below and tell me what kind of different annuities you guys have and use. Again, I'm not a tax accountant, so you definitely want to seek the advice of your own accountant or your lawyer. I want to say that as a disclaimer, but I would love to know what different vehicles you guys use out there in order to save for retirement. Again, please subscribe to my channel. There's a big bubble right here. Just tap that and subscribe. And we have tons of other videos and helpful playlists for you in order to go out there and take action and become a real estate investor. I'm Clayton Morris. We'll see you next time, everyone.